hosting these programs with the library, and I want to thank the Welcome Home Alliance for Veterans for participating tonight, and I will let these fine people take it away. Thank you.
So my name is April Hurd. I'm the Executive Assistant with Welcome Home Alliance for Veterans. And we have Tim George. He's our Executive Director. He's new blood.
Still getting broken.
And then we have Amy Eifling, and she is our Volunteer Coordinator. And we just want to let you know what Welcome Home Alliance is all about and what we do and what services we provide for our veterans. So we all know that all statistics dealing with veterans are alarming, especially with veteran suicides. So the most closest update we have so far that I have found on veteran suicide is per day rose 55% from 81 in 2001 to 125.6 in 2019. Across the same 18-year period, the average number of veteran suicides per day rose 4.5% from 16.4 in 2001 to 17.2 in 2019. In 2019, among the average 17.2 veteran suicides per day, an estimated 6.8 suicides per day were among those with VHA encounters in 18 or 19. Whereas 10.4 per day were among veterans with no VHA encounter in 2018 or 2019. Another one of the dilemmas with our veterans is food insecurities. And that's one of the biggest, huge concerns that are growing among our veterans now is the food insecurities. They have no access to fresh food, living in fear of not knowing when their next meal will be, and we aim to help put an end to this problem. To put an end with this problem, we have partnered with Bob Woodruff Foundation, and Bob Woodruff Foundation gave us a grant this year for food insecurities, and we were able to partner with the Valley Food Partnership in Montrose to offer $200 worth of fresh meal food bucks to the farmers market there in Montrose. So they were able to take their family to the farmer's market and buy fresh fruits and vegetables, and we knew that this money was going to them being able to provide for their family as far as food. When discharged, our service members often feel overwhelmed. How do I find a new purpose? How do I relate to my family? How do I navigate the VA? That's a huge problem, is how do you navigate the VA? What am I supposed to do? Where do I fit in now? Can I succeed as a civilian? What are my limitations with this disability? Can my military training transfer to my next career? Well, that's where we also come into play. We work with our veterans when it comes to the VA. We are an advocate. We go to bat for our veterans. We have a lot of great contacts with the VA. If they're having any issues with their health care, their disability claims, an issue with doctors, they can't get their appointments taken care of, that's where we step in and we help advocate and make it happen. So at the Warrior Resource Center, we strive to prevent the sad statistics. We turned to our community, formed partnerships, and found working solutions. We learned their challenges. We joined with veterans and became a unified voice for veterans' causes. Together, we strengthened resources already in place and created others that were needed. And we created a place for all of this to happen. We help provide a bridge to civilian life. We provide veteran benefit counseling. We have 2 counselors that come down from the vet center they were coming every Thursday pre-COVID. Now they're working back into coming back every other Thursday. And they provide PTSD, group counseling, and one-on-one counseling for our veterans on Thursdays. Peer-to-peer counseling. assistance with paperwork and job applications, outdoor recreation opportunities, support groups, housing assistance, household goods, Eagle Head cane presentations, our music therapy program, and emergency food and personal needs. These are some of the groups that we work with our outdoor therapy program. Getting a veteran out, getting them involved in the outdoors, getting them involved in activities is a good way to help them heal. We have the San Juan Huts. They do hikes across Sneffels Range from Telluride to Ouray, and they have huts set up across the range on Dallas Trail, and they'll do groups of veteran hikes. And it's just a great camaraderie to bring them together and to help them be able to heal in the outdoors. It's instantly going. So we have successfully partnered with our local food kitchens to make sure no veteran in Montrose and the surrounding communities is ever hungry again. We've campaigned and won HUD bash vouchers to help eliminate veteran homelessness in Montrose County and in Delta County. We receive up-to-date job opportunities and partner with Colorado Workforce Center to provide employment to veterans. We have partnered with our mental health care providers so veterans seeking treatment will be understood. We have worked successfully with Montrose County and strengthened our veteran service officer position. And if adventure and recreation rebuilds self-esteem and a sense of purpose, let's prepare a place for our veterans to thrive on the western slope. We have so many healing factors: recreation in every direction, room to breathe, good air and water quality, perfect weather, lots of trails and paths, good medical facilities, and supportive people willing to open their hearts. This is Mission No Barriers. We did our second Mission No Barriers in 2019, and that's where we bring veterans together. And it's so amazing when you bring them together from different parts of the United States and see that camaraderie instantly. It's an instant bond. That was a wonderful time. We had 1 week, we had 12 male veterans that come from across the United States, and then the next week we had 12 female veterans. And we provided therapeutic outdoor recreation for them. And invited them to come back into our community. Now on to our next therapy program that we started I keep wanting to skip 2020 because evidently there wasn't a 2020, but there was a 2020. So back in 2019, we started Freedom Sings USA Colorado. So we partnered with some Nashville songwriters and musicians, and they are Grammy Award winning. They started Freedom Sings USA in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We partnered with them and started Freedom Sings USA Colorado. We have, they have produced our first CD, which has all local veterans here on the Western Slope, and there's 12 songs on each CD, and now we started doing virtual music therapy classes, and we kind of would like to expand that by partnering. Wendy has talked to me about the writing program for veterans to start that, but also to kind of incorporate the music part of it into it also. These are some of the songwriters and musicians. Don Goodman, Steve Dean. Steve Dean is a major Grammy Award winning writing songs for, I think, Rodney Aikens, Reba McEntire, a lot of the major well-known music stars. Coffee and camaraderie. So we offer coffee every Thursday morning at our office in Montrose. We do it from 8 to 10. We expanded because we realized that our veterans in the outlying communities were struggling getting to Montrose or just couldn't make it. So we ended up expanding to Ridgeway. We do a coffee in Ridgeway the second Tuesday of every month. I go to the West End at the Nuclear Airport, and we do coffee and donuts there for the veterans. That's on the second Wednesday of every month. And we come to Cedaredge the third Tuesday of every month, and that's from 10 to 12. On your left, you'll see a bunch of ladies around the food table. So we host a spouses luncheon every month. So we have to take care of our veteran spouses also. And we bring them together, and they're able to help each other, give advice, or just talk about everyday life, whatever they want to communicate. And they have a wonderful time at our spouses luncheon, and that's always the last Friday of every month, and it starts at 11:30. Our annual stand down, which is what we're doing now, we had ours in Montrose last Thursday. The annual stand down, and I'm not sure if everybody's familiar with what stand down is. So the original stand down for homeless veterans was modeled after the stand down concept and during the Vietnam War to provide a safe retreat for units returning from combat operations. At secure base camp areas, troops were able to take care of personal hygiene, get clean uniforms, enjoy warm meals, and receive medical and dental care, mail and receive letters, and enjoy the camaraderie of friends in a safe environment. Stand downs afforded battle-weary soldiers the opportunity to renew their spirit, health, and overall sense of well-being. That is the purpose of our stand down, and achieving those objectives require a wide range of support services and time. We are bringing these services together in one location, making them more accessible to our local veterans. So what we do at our stand downs is we provide warm winter gear for our homeless and our underserved veterans. We don't turn any veteran away. We provide blankets, woobies, sleeping bags, packs, hygiene kits, hand warmers, gloves, hats, socks, your long johns, anything that they would need to survive through the winter time. We also bring together the housing resources, VOA, home health care agencies. We bring the VA in. We had nurses there giving flu shots. We bring in the Colorado Workforce Center. Any type of service that can help a veteran in any category is present during a stand down. We had stand down in Ridgeway today. We'll be taking the show on the road tomorrow to Nuclear Airport. And then we will also be doing the stand down here in Cedaredge next Tuesday from 10 to 12. We have successfully inspired individuals, groups, and businesses to unite together for a greater good. We have proven the need for services that communities can provide, and we have created a place where veterans and their families can give and receive support. We create meaningful ways to support the troops, programs to assist veterans, activities to connect veterans to each other, outreach to connect military families to their community, partnerships with businesses on behalf of veterans, opportunities for community members to show their gratitude, recreation and adventure events. And this is our business window sticker program. This is more of how you can help support our organization. We go out in the community and we reach out to local businesses. They can do a $100 donation for the year and they become a participant in our business window sticker program, and we help them advertise what they provide for our veterans on our website, social media. We have a sheet that we give out to our veterans. When they register with us, we give them a special dog tag, and all they have to do is show that dog tag at that business, and they know that that's a veteran that has been vetted and that they can receive the discount that they offer. And we've got your Six Fund Drive. That is just a fundraiser that we do. It's called We've Got Your Six, and that's where you can do a monthly donation You can do it once a year, you can do it every month, but it's in like $6 increments, but it's based on we've got your 6, we've got your back, so. And that is it. Of course, you can tell from my accent, I'm not from Colorado, but I can say that when I moved to Colorado 6 years ago, I've never seen such supportive communities for veterans than on the western slope of Colorado. I've been completely amazed at the support that the communities give around here. So has anybody got any questions?
So, April, do you partner with any of the service agencies, VFW, American?
Yes, we do. We partner with the DAV, VFW,
Okay.
the Elks Lodge. The Elks Lodge comes in during the stand downs and they make elk packs, and it's a full hygiene. It's got a sewing kit, hand warmers, and they donate all these backpacks that's full of all kind of necessities that a veteran, especially a homeless or underserved, may need if they're living out on the street. They also donate city market gift cards. That is another thing we do. We take those gift cards, and when we have a veteran that is struggling and can't make it through the month, because you know they get paid once a month, and sometimes some of them struggle, they just don't make enough money to make ends meet to the end of the month. We're able to provide these gift cards. We've had McDonald's cards, Safeway, City Market. Those are all donated to us as an in-kind donation, but in return, we're able to dispense these gift cards to our veterans. We dispensed some today. We had a veteran in need, and he was struggling. He can't make it, you know, he's at his wit's end, and he's just waiting on a job to come through. So, yeah, and he's got a child. So I was able to give him gift cards to help him with gas for his vehicle, because they can use the City Market gift card for gas. I made a phone call to DAV. He's the adjutant for the DAV and the VFW in Montrose, and he comes straight down to the office and was able to help him. His money ran out. He moved from Montana. He's waiting on a job. He's in the middle of struggling. And all these resources, we're able to get on the phone. I was calling housing resources. They're able to get him in. If he qualifies, they'll be able to help him with his first and his last month rent, to help him get a roof over him and his son's home head. But that's what we do. We just, when a veteran comes in and we start making calls, we reach out to all these organizations, and everybody comes together and just comforts that veteran and tries to help them in any way that we can to keep them from being on the streets.
Yeah, your main donation site is We've Got Your 6? Is that right?
We take just normal donations. It's on our website. You can just make a regular monthly donation or an annual donation. Or you can, the Got Your 6 is more like something where you commit, I'm gonna donate $6 a month, and it automatically comes out of your bank account every month.
A subscription.
Yeah, it's like a subscription.
Do you have a website?
Yes, sir, we do. It's
What's it?
WHAFV.org. We also have a Facebook page too, if you want to check out our Facebook page. Trying to get up with the times of social media.
Where are you located in Montrose?
At 4 Hillcrest Plaza Way. We are on East Main,
Yep.
right across the street from Gold's Gym.
Okay.
Big soldiers, big flags.
Yeah,
It's
can't
on-
miss our big sign. It's Big Soldiers, so
It's just before you leave town.
yes.
Yep.
It's right before you get to the red light at Hillcrest before heading out of town. Any more questions about what we do, or?
You know, somebody asked me the other day how your organization got started. Wasn't it, I mean, it was just
Yeah.
people coming together?
No, it was one lady.
One person?
One lady, her name is Melanie Klein. She's a Montrose resident. And we are actually celebrating our 10th anniversary. So back in 2011, she happened to be sitting on the couch watching the Sunday morning news. And a special story came up about a veteran, and he had been involved in an explosion, and he lost,
Todd Love,
Yeah, he lost
legs and an arm.
both legs and one arm. And it interviewed him. He was,
With his dad.
yeah, he was with his dad. He was whitewater kayaking, and it was just something amazing. But his dad was toting him on his back down to the edge of the water to get him into the kayak. And something just kind of come over Miss Melanie, and she was like, "This is what I've got to do." And so she started Welcome Home Alliance for Veterans 10 years ago. And we are the only Welcome Home Alliance for Veterans in the United States. We were founded right in Montrose. We are a community-supported nonprofit. We are not affiliated with any government agencies, the federal government. Like I said, we are community-supported.
I mean, it's amazing what you've built up in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
So I don't know whether you know this, but I've got a couple of buddies that were in Vietnam. When they came back, their welcome was not good. So they went into Glenwood Canyon and erected a flag about 500 feet up above the highway. And they have maintained that flag since 1968. And they go up every 6 months and replace this flag because it gets beat up pretty bad down that canyon. And these guys have done this for over 50 years now, since 68, 53 years.
It's amazing.
Because they were not welcomed home. So my point is that you have a wonderful organization here doing some really good stuff,
Thank you.
and I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, we strive to do what we can to help veterans. Tim is a veteran. I'm an Army veteran. Tim was Army, and Amy is a Marine veteran. So we are all three veterans that work there. So we know the language, and it's our heart and our passion to take care of our own. So,
Good. Well done.
thank you.
So is there anything that we can do to help publicize the stand down next week?
Spread the word,
I
please.
mean, I'm sure you're posting on Facebook, but, we've certainly put it on all the local pages and everything.
Of course.
Yeah.
And if you know anybody in the local community who is a vet that's not necessarily comfortable seeking help,
Right.
recommend us.
Okay.
We're up here at least once a month.
Mhm.
More than happy to come up and visit with somebody who may not be willing to come out of Montrose.
And where are where's the stand down in Cedaredge?
It's going to be right across the street at the Pondy. That's where we hold our coffee at every month.
Got it, okay.
One of the challenges we're currently facing, obviously your buddies in Vietnam did not receive very warm breeding at home, if any breeding at all. The Gulf War, Iraq, Afghan vets tended to receive a warmer welcome, but a lot of those men and women got out of the uniform and just kind of gave up on life. That's one of the challenges, is trying to bring those people in as well, see what we can do to help them. If you know any of them, if they come to the library, things like that, we'll be happy to give you a stack of cards and some brochures.
That would be
Just
great.
let them know we are a resource to them as well. And that while the world may not care in their mind about them as much now that the wars are over, they still matter to us. And we are there to help them. So,
I see more of a moral injury with them than the younger guys. There is not a, they don't. They may come home with both legs and both arms, but the moral injury, how to make sense of that in your mind is sometimes their biggest battle. And so because you can't see it, it's very hard to address, and sometimes it's hard for them to address. And that's really one of our focuses with our young guys coming home.
And we're open to ideas as well. We'll make sure and leave some cards here, but
Okay.
obviously our coffees are a fantastic outreach program to those who can make it. If you have ideas on stuff that might reach people that can't make the coffees, let us know. Certainly willing to try other things. I know the ladies, those two are the only reason this program is still around right now. And they have done spectacular things to keep this thing running. I'm just here to support and try and bring a few more people in. So I'm certainly open to any suggestions you might have.
Well, one question I have, speaking of ladies, is I know there's other women vets up here, but I have no idea who they are. I never meet them. Do we have anything kind of outreach for women in the Western Slope?
I know that there, Pamela Schultz that heads up the women's health, she's been real great in instigating a lot of women's coalition, women veteran coalitions, and trying to get more women to get involved. But I think we see a lot more, the women were kind of more,
Well, like I said, they're very
like to hide.
very hesitant to
Yeah,
to get involved.
yeah.
So I'd really like to find a way to, for women vets to get together
Mhm.
on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Well, to Amy's point, it's also just a culture shift. You see a lot of World War II, Vietnam, Korea wear their service proud on their hat.
Right.
You see a lot of women vets, especially that up until recently there wasn't a hat that identified them as a women veteran. We have them at the resource center, even the Iraq-Afghan guys and ladies don't tend to wear those out. They did their service, they're out, and they just want to move on.
Well, we appreciate y'all listening to us, and
Well, we appreciate you coming,
Yeah.
especially
You're
in this
welcome.
bad weather.
This is not bad.
no, not yet. But yeah, just help us spread the word. Anybody out there that knows of any veterans, please let them know about us, especially if they're in need, if they're struggling. We're here.
Both counties, you covered all of Delta County?
Yes, we do. We cover Montrose, Ouray County, San Miguel, and Delta County.
Okay.
So we have 4 counties that we cover on the western slope. And we used to be known as Welcome Home Montrose. That is still our incorporated name. That's how we were started. But it seemed like it was more geared toward Montrose, and we were growing and expanding. We have veterans not just in Montrose County, we have veterans on the whole, across the western slope that need help. So they rebranded, and that's how we became Welcome Home Alliance for Veterans. And so that we could reach out and people would come to us more and not feel like, oh, well, they're just Welcome Home Montrose. No, we're here to help any veteran at all. So please reach out.
And that doesn't have to be a combat vet. Anyone who served in any capacity in any branch is welcome to come visit us. So something else with our monthly coffees, we do a good job of putting those up on social media. Maybe local businesses, the library, something like that, wouldn't mind sharing those a day or a week in advance.
Yeah.
That might catch some eyes and ears that we don't catch,
Yeah.
and bring more people over that they can kind of hear about what we do, get some help. That would be extremely helpful.
Absolutely. We have a good turnout at Cedaredge, though.
You do.
It's always nice to have more, but Cedaredge really turns out.